Best filter and best syringe filling station. So in this video I want to present to you two great new products from Simply O3. And so the first one is this filter. And so you may wonder, okay, what is so special about it? And in order to know what is so special about it, is you need to know the alternative. So the alternative is this here that is sold by Promolife, and you see the filter is important for the syringe filling station. So the filter, it filters out all particulate matter, any dust particles, any contaminants, and it is very, very fine. So basically it has a 0.2 micro sized pores, so it really filters any contaminants, any particulate matter that could enter your syringe. And so you see the Promolife product, this is basically a slip-on filter. Okay, so you just slip it on here onto the syringe port, and that's it. And this does not make for a very secure connection. So what can happen is that, for example, when you connect the syringe and then you fill the syringe and then you want to disconnect it, then it can happen that it'll come off with the syringe, number one. And number two, it is just not a secure and not completely airtight connection, in my opinion. So the better solution is something that Simply O3 came up with, and this is, you see, this is their syringe filling station, and they have this filter here which on both sides has a luer lock, not a luer slip but a luer lock connector. So when you connect this to the syringe filling station, you actually screw it into the port. Alright, because the luer locks, those are like mini universal screws, and so this makes for a much better, much tighter connection. So now when you connect the syringe and then you fill the syringe with ozone gas and then you want to disconnect it, then it is much less likely that the filter will come off together with the syringe. So this is, you see this, so those two products, so basically number one, the filter and the syringe filling station, those are two great new products from Simply O3. So this is mostly interesting for those people who have either booked a DIV training with me, or who are thinking about booking one, or who want to use my DIV for the super paranoid method. So the use of the syringe filling station is very important. And by the way, and so this syringe filling station by Simply O3 is also cheaper than the one by Promolife. The one by Promolife costs $100 and this one 75. So it's like a win all around. But if you already have Promolife's syringe filling station, then you can simply buy the filter alone, and the filter costs like $3, and you can just use the filter with your Promolife syringe filling station, because it's of course completely compatible. And this is the beauty of luer locks. You see, the luer locks are universal tiny screws, and so they will always fit together. And so another great thing you can use the filter for, and I suggest that you do it especially when you perform DIV ozone injections, is you take the filter, so you take a second filter. Alright, so one filter always stays on the syringe filling station, and then I recommend to get a second filter, and then you will either have some extra luer locks, or you should get an extra luer lock. And then what you can do, you can connect those luer locks on both sides of the filter. And what you can do now is you can use this filter, and I recommend that you use this filter in the oxygen line. So basically in the line, in the silicone tubing that transports oxygen from the oxygen tank to the ozone generator, you should also put such a filter in there. So, and I'm gonna show you exactly how this is done. It's super easy. but let me show nevertheless how this is done. So let me put away some of the things. And if you're wondering why I'm keeping my neck in a strange manner, this is because I need to be careful how I move my neck. Okay, so now let me show you here. So this is here my oxygen tank, and I have some silicone tubing, and I already cut off a piece from the silicone tubing. So this is around, now I would say maybe 3 or 4 feet long. And so now I take here my filter with the 2 luer locks, and I press them, I just connect them with the silicone tubing. One goes in here, the other goes in here. And now I connect the tubing with the regulator on my oxygen tank. And you see, when I open the oxygen now, and when oxygen will flow here through this tubing, then it will also flow through the filter, and so this will give it another degree of purity. So you will filter the oxygen that goes into the ozone generator, and then once the ozone goes out of the ozone generator and before it goes into the syringe, it will be filtered another time. So you have like a double filtration process to really make sure that everything is super pure and sterile, and that you're injecting yourself only with pure ozone, oxygen, and no other contaminants, no dust particles, no other impurities that could be in there. So I highly recommend to get this filter. I will include links in the description below the video, both to the filter and to the syringe filling station, and also to the luer locks. And anyone who's interested in booking a training with me, a DIV Ozone training, there will be also a link. And so you have to first type in your email address, and you will get the full list of things that you need for the DIV Ozone training. And once you have that, then you can book the training itself. And also in 1 or 2 weeks, another resource will come out for anyone who's interested in DIV Ozone injections. I know I already announced this, I think, a month ago, but there were some things that a slight delay. But now it's definitely coming out. So if you're interested in that, then also make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter. So everything will be later on in the description of this video. So thank you very much. I hope this was helpful. As I said, definitely get the filter. Even if you're not necessarily doing DIV ozone injections, but really any type of injections, you want to have that filter. And to have a filter in the oxygen line, this is another good idea, just to keep everything super clean. And it's really, just $3, and it gives you peace of mind. So, it's really a great solution. So thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye.